Welcome back. Another offering, this one from Kershaw, coming here from Mad River Knife and Supply from downtown Bellefontaine, Ohio. This knife is a nice, slick, kind of like a gentleman's folder. This is pretty nice. If you're looking for something, once again, it's kind of in between an EDC, kind of borderlining over into the tactical knife. I would say a little bit more into the EDC. This is probably its main feature, and I want you to watch this carefully. That's fast, right there. That's the speed safe assisted opening. And it's important to note that it's not a switchblade. It does not meet the requirements to be called a switchblade. It's not illegal. Basically, what's happening here, if you're unfamiliar with assisted openers, is that when you push the thumb stud, it gets about, I don't know, a quarter of the way along, and then it assists or helps it open. There's a little spring that catches and helps along the way. This is especially nice because you don't need two hands to open the knife. When you're working on something, especially if you're working on something over your head, a lot of times you just need to get your knife out. Maybe you're already using your other hand holding the work that you're going to cut. You just need to get this out and get it open so you can, make your cuts. Being able to just quickly, even with a pair of gloves on, hit this button, do your work that you need to do, and then hit this liner lock, close it, put it back home in its pocket, and then get on with your day without having to, on most other knives that don't have the thumb studs. You remember the olden days when you had the old buck knives that had the brass ends. You had to pull it out of its holster that was on your belt, and then you had to open it up and then do your work, and then you had to close it up and put it back in its snap, and those days are gone. Now we're able to pull this out of your front pocket, do your work, and then close it back up. One of the unique things about this particular knife is that this feels very good in the hand. These scales you see, these are not flat. I don't know if you can see this on camera or not, but there's a little bit of a palm swell here, so it's kind of thick in the middle, and then here on the end that's thinned out, and it's thinned out here towards the top, so it kind of feels like it's poured into your hand. It's very comfortable. A little bit of jimping here on the back, so you can rest your thumb on here, and you can also get it out on the end. Doesn't have any jimping, not a big deal. Some of the other features, doesn't have a removable clip, so you're kind of stuck with the right hand carry with the tip down. So if that's a deal breaker, with some people it is, some people it's not. I can say I've owned this knife for about 8 years, and I carry it, I don't know, probably 20% of the time. And the coating is held up very well. This coating is a tungsten DLC coating is what they're calling it, basically a powder coating, and it's lasted the test of time. It hasn't come off, whereas some of my other knives that have some sort of a black paint or even Teflon have come off. This hasn't, so I can't really explain why that is, other than I don't use this one for hard use like I do the others. It is a liner lock. It does have steel liners in here, and you just basically push it in here to push it back in, just like so, and it is what it is. It's a very nice, sleek knife. It's a 3 1/4 inch blade. Closed, it's about 4.5 inches. I wouldn't really consider it right off the bat a self-defense knife, although anything to a self-defense instructor like myself, anything could be used as a self-defense weapon. In my hand, if I were to close this, there's just enough sticking out of either end that could be used in such a way, like so. But it's just a very handy-dandy knife. I've dropped mine several times, and it handles impact very well. But I think the best selling feature on this is its fast deployment, and not only being able to open quickly, but close quickly, and just get your work done. It's a very good EDC knife. So come on down and check it out. We'll be happy to show it to you. This, as well as several other knives, here in downtown Bellefontaine at Mad River Knife and Supply.